Okay, so this is my farm. Um, Starting at the house location, this is the standard layout. I have, I'll go towards the left. So what I have is my crops down in columns, like so. I have 4 columns, iridium, and I'll kind of go down a bit here. Each one has 120. I made it simple so that way it's easier for me to get crops, and if need be, I can split it and do whatever. So it's 120 in each column. Oh, Bounty 170, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. So, I have iridium sprinklers. I have the scarecrows on the wooden platforms here as just, separators, dividers, kind of for that cosmetic look. I have the purple and gold kitty statues, smelters, these things, seed, recycle bins. I have this kind of like a mini workstation where I have the mushrooms, the loom, the crystallariums, bait, and storage. And here I have 2 shacks. The first shack is what I call it as my dairy shack. Let me kind of get rid of some of this stuff so you can see it better. So I have it split between eggs for the mayo and cheese presses for use with the cheese. The milk. The reason why is because after every season or 2, I'll kind of just every 3 or 4 days, I'm able to pretty much completely use up all of my eggs and milk, so I don't really need a full shack. And then I have an indicator here, which is a jelly jar, and I'll show you why in a minute. But it's here, and behind this dairy shack, I have my my jam shack, which is what the indicator's for. So I have all this jams. Every shack has the same layout, including the dairy, but the dairy is split in half. The rest are full-size items, or full content items. So this has 63 jars, and the indicator makes 64. So altogether I should have 64 if I didn't miss a barrel. So I have my lightning rods here, just spaced out as so. And then this is another shack for my fruit wine. So what I do is I have a chest here, and it contains the fruit I get from the trees. And I kind of rotate it by season, so that way I kind of have control of the numbers and not have too much of one thing. Another indicator for the keg. And then again, 63 kegs, same layout. They're all going to be the same layout. And all these have the same fruit wine. And then here I have my greenhouse. Greenhouse has the ancient fruits. And the way I have my sprinklers done is I have 2 on the outside here and then 4 on the inside. There's probably a better layout, and you know what? I'm happy with mine. It's good. I get more than enough of the ancient fruits for what I need, which I use for jam. So, and I have light posts here to keep it well lit. So even at nighttime, it's going to look exactly the same lighting almost. Because I got tired of trying to do it in the dark. Even with the spotlight with my iridium bands. Sure, it gives you enough light, but when you go in the greenhouse, you don't get enough. I want to see it all. And then I have my barn, and I have my coop. Standard layout. And I have 2 silos here. I have a chest here so that way when I come here, I can just grab my pail and shears easily. I also have the hay here in case if I need to put extra into the coop or the barn. And I have the gold clock right here. It doesn't really... What path is that you put down? It's the... The stone floor. Originally I wanted to use the crystal path, but I found out that it's not a solid floor, and I actually want a solid floor, so that's why I use the stone floor. Crystal path is more like, it's almost like the cobblestone path. The only difference between the cobblestone path and the crystal path is the crystal path has color. Stone floor or crystal cobblestone path is just gray. Only difference, really. And I have my orchard here. So pretty much the way I have this done is I have one type, except for over here, because this is when I was just starting just to test this stuff out. Pretty much every tree is the same tree going from left to right. So example, one will be complete apple, the next one completely peach, completely pear, and so on. I have it split up between seasons. So for example, the first 2 rows are for spring, the next 2 rows are for summer, the last 2 rows are for fall. So that way I can just easily go and just grab the fruit. That's one question you did. Did you do any cheating or hacking because it looks good? Looks too good. Nope. No hacking, no cheating or anything. I didn't even look at the wiki. Still haven't even looked at the wiki. The only thing that I've looked at is the StardewValley.net, just for updates as far as any issues as to the actual game. And lately it's just been with the Xbox One and PS4 because they're brand new. And it's only the front page. Other than that, pretty much this is all found out by first-hand experience. Bear in mind, I am in year 9, so it did take me a while to figure a lot of this stuff out. So, thank you, bounty hunters. Much appreciated. But yeah, it's all, you know, just for me just figuring stuff out. You should have seen my first 3 years. It was atrocious. It was bad. But this is one of those games I figured I would take my time in learning, and because I knew it would be a while for me to be playing this. And actually, you came at the right time because this might actually be my last day playing this game. So, at least for now, anyways. But anyways, and here is the bee house area. So the way I did it is I have my bee house is just one row, another row, and I have a path here. And the way I've done this is I'll just knock out these 3 here, or 4, or you know what, 5, whatever, it doesn't matter. Let me kind of get this done, make it a bit neater or easier for me to get to when I'm done. So the way I have this set up is I have a sprinkler on top here, and I have flowers here, and I have the scarecrow here. The reason why is because when these flowers grow, with the exception of sunflowers, it will flavor the honey, and the honey will have a higher value. Wild honey, I usually just take over and just put in kegs and turn it into mead, which I'll show you I guess the alcohol, or I should say the beer and the fruit, not the fruit one, but the other wine shacks. But if it's flavored, pretty much what I do is I'll just straight up sell it, and you get a lot of money. In fact, flavored honey is one of my money makers. And this is the trellis area, almost the same format. I have sprinklers here, and I just have a line going down. Some of this you can't see because the trees will hide it, but I have the sprinklers here, so that way it just waters it continuously, and I have scarecrows here. I also have light posts around most of the farm to keep it illuminated. I mean, sure enough, I can have illuminated stuff, but it's just, for me, just more cosmetically pleasing. More lightning rods. And this is my crystallarium shack. So it's kind of hard because it's dark nighttime, but same format like in all the other shacks, and it's full of all crystallariums. And right now I have it set to diamonds, which from what I can tell is the highest valued mineral you can get in the game. And another indicator right there. Please don't stop, Stardew, please. I work too hard. I appreciate the interest, and I'm glad you enjoy the streams, but eventually I have to move on. If not, then I will actually start hating the game, and then I'll never play it again. I would rather leave it loving it and come back later on when I actually want to. But it's getting time for me to move on to another game. I'm going to be playing it for today, though, so any questions you have, you're more than welcome to ask. Sorry, another question. No worries, you don't have to apologize. I'm going to close the barn doors here so that way it is looking a bit late here. How many seeds are in the game? You know, Bounty Hunter, that's a hard question for me to answer, and the reason why is because you're going to have to need to know almost how many plantable crops are in the game, and then you also have to count the trees types. You have to, then there's the ancient fruit, then there's the berry stuff. So there's at least, wow, there's quite a bit. I don't have a number off the top of my head though. And here is the wine check, which I have for blueberries and such because I had it before. Same format as the other ones. And my, I guess what I call my beer shack. Same format with kegs. I also have this, what's it called? The slime hutch? Yeah. To me, it's just a waste of money. It has served nothing really tangible as far as I could tell. No, nothing worth money-wise, item-wise, and to be honest, if I still need more money, I would actually take this thing out and replace it with like maybe 2, 3, 4 shacks, whatever, and then just put something in there and have it more useful in that regard. And we are going to sleep. Move, dog. Dog, you gotta move. And I'm gonna zoom in, so watch yourselves. Dog, you got freaking. You know what? I'm gonna go out and come back in. Oh my god, this dog. This dog is not gonna let me sleep. This dog is gonna screw me. Dog. The dog screwed me. That's why I hate the dog. Beer did not know you can make beer because I do know that there is a beer shop. Yeah, the saloon. Yeah, so you can make a variety of types of beers. You can have regular beer. You can make pale ale. You can make mead. And I think that's the beers that I know of anyways. And that's my farm. And as far as the inside of my house, I did some decorating. I got this plushie here. I got the furniture catalogs. I put in all the lights because I got tired of coming in the dark. Why is everyone getting in the way? Oh my god. Move! TV, couch, coffee table, the kids' room, the little, I guess, family room or den area. And also, I guess the last spot would be the cellar. And the cellar is where I have all the barrels for, you can either have the aging cheese or aging wine. And I have about 112 in here. One of my viewers came in and said that he was able to get 190, I believe. However, mine's more, I guess, accessible because I can move around a bit. And I'm sure I could put more into, but he said he actually had to hammer to get to some barrels too, so that's understandable. Thank you, Bounty Hunters. I'm glad. And any ideas you get from it, and you know, you're willing to copy and everything, by all means, you're welcome to use. Because I think somebody mentioned that, you know, they would steal my idea. I'm going, you know, you're more welcome to. In fact, I'm glad that you asked because I'm actually going to probably post a highlight of the farm on Twitch, and I'm going to upload it onto YouTube as well. So that way anyone else who's interested, they can just, you know, watch those videos.